Deep in Amazon's sandy wings, a bacteria's found with DNA that's dangerous, spreading fears around. Well, up above, the lunar scars tell stories of the past. Asteroid impacts billions old, magnetic mysteries at last. Carbon storage dreams are fading, less room than we believed. Climate hopes are recalculating what we once conceived. The world keeps spinning, science learning, truth by truth, we're slowly turning. AI tutors in the classroom, but reliability still low. Tropical trees are cooling leaves as temperatures grow. Insects vanishing from landscapes we thought were safe and sound. Even untouched ecosystems show decline profound. Carbon storage dreams are fading, less room than we believe. Climate hopes are recalculating what we once conceived. The world keeps spinning, science learning, truth by truth, we're slowly turning. From Egypt's ancient DNA, 4,000 years revealed. Genetic links to Africa and Mesopotamia sealed. Carbon nanotubes break records 2,600 degrees, while ocean genes are swapping in the endless seas. From microscopic bacteria to stars so far away, science writes tomorrow's songs and discoveries today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Sunday Science Roundup. I'm here with some fascinating discoveries that are reshaping how we understand our world and beyond. Let's start with a story that's quite literally groundbreaking and potentially concerning. Researchers have discovered a completely new species of Bartonella bacteria living inside sand flies deep in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. Now, what makes this particularly interesting and a bit worrying is that this new bacterial strain shares DNA similarities with some pretty dangerous Andean varieties that we know can cause serious illness in humans. The scientists are stressing that we need much more research to understand whether this Amazon variant could jump to human hosts and potentially spread beyond its current habitat. Speaking of mysteries being solved, MIT scientists have finally cracked a puzzle that's been bothering researchers for decades. You know how moon rocks brought back by the Apollo missions showed signs of really strong magnetism, even though the moon today has basically no magnetic field? Well, new computer simulations suggest the answer might be a massive asteroid impact that happened billions of years ago. This collision could have generated the powerful magnetic forces that left their signature in the lunar rocks we've been studying. Now here's a climate reality check that's pretty sobering. A new study is challenging some long-held assumptions about carbon capture and storage. Turns out, we may have significantly less underground space to safely store carbon dioxide than we previously thought. This finding really puts a dent in some of the more optimistic projections about how carbon storage could help us combat climate change. It's forcing scientists and policymakers to recalculate some of their climate mitigation strategies. In the world of artificial intelligence, we're seeing both promise and limitations. AI tutoring systems are becoming more sophisticated, but researchers are finding that their reliability still lags behind what we'd want for educational applications. It's one of those reminders that while AI is advancing rapidly, we're not quite at the point where it can fully replace human expertise in complex learning environments. Here's something that might surprise you. Even in ecosystems we consider relatively untouched and pristine, insect populations are declining at alarming rates. A University of North Carolina study shows this isn't just happening in areas heavily impacted by human activity. It's raising serious questions about ecosystem health globally, since so many food webs depend on insect populations. On a more positive note, we've got some incredible breakthroughs in materials science. Chinese researchers have developed a new carbon nanotube insulator that can withstand temperatures up to 2,600 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than most volcanic lava. This could revolutionize heat shields for spacecraft and hypersonic vehicles. And here's a fascinating glimpse into ancient history. Scientists have successfully decoded genetic material from an Egyptian man who died about 4,500 years ago. This is the oldest Egyptian genetic data we've ever recovered, and it's revealing surprising connections between ancient Egyptians and both North African and Mesopotamian populations. Finally, researchers are quantifying something pretty remarkable happening in our oceans: the rate at which marine organisms are swapping genes. They estimate that about 13% of a typical cell line's genes are acquired from completely unrelated organisms every million years through this process called lateral gene transfer. That's roughly 250 genes being exchanged per liter of seawater every single day. From the microscopic world of bacteria to the vast reaches of space, science continues to surprise us with new discoveries that reshape our understanding of life, evolution, and our place in the universe. That's your science roundup for this Sunday morning. Stay curious out there.